Mr. Haliski, President Horn, Mr. Mayor, Reverend Fathers, esteemed faculty, parents, families, honored guests, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2025, I am honored to speak to you all today on this joyful occasion of our graduation. Thinking about what to say today, at the completion of our Catholic liberal arts education, the first thing that came to mind was St. John Henry Newman's idea of a university, which we read in Dr. Kelly's History 202 course. Newman describes the purpose and goal of a liberal arts education. To quote, apprehend the great outline of knowledge, the principles on which it rests, the scale of its parts, its lights and its shades, its great points and its little. Through Newman's liberal arts education, quote, a habit of mind is formed which lasts through life, of which the attributes are freedom, equitableness, calmness, moderation, and wisdom. Newman's ideal of the liberally educated student is certainly lofty. We must strive to perfect these qualities of calmness, moderation, and wisdom throughout the rest of our lives. During our time here at Christendom College, we have made a good beginning in acquiring Newman's habit of mind. In the classrooms with our professors, in conversations with our classmates, and in the chapel with our chaplains, we at Christendom have laid the foundation for a holy and virtuous life. In metaphysics with Dr. Snyder, we discussed the transcendentals of truth, goodness, and beauty, which are different ways of describing the perfections of being. Over the past 4 years, we have experienced these transcendentals, truth in our classes, goodness in our friendships, and beauty in the sacraments and the Shenandoah Valley. We began our discovery of truth in Literature 101 with the Iliad and the Odyssey. Guided by Mr. Strickland and Dr. Sullivan, we debated the heroism of Achilles and admired the wiles of Odysseus. Our second semester, Dr. Cutterback taught us philosophy of human nature, where we reasoned that man is a body-soul composite and that each of us has an immortal soul. Our sophomore year, many of us were immersed in discussions of Hobbes and Locke with Dr. Bersnack and seminars on Catholic social doctrine with Dr. Voberil. Dr. Schwartz told us stories of Henry VIII and Elizabethan England, while Mr. Brown taught us ethics and brightened every Monday with a round of trivia to begin class. We wrote exegesis papers for theology with Dr. Viner and Dr. Janislawski, and Mrs. Hickson helped us to understand Dostoevsky when we read Crime and Punishment during Literature 202. By junior year, we selected our majors. For example, Megan Pierce and Abigail Greca chose philosophy, wanting to study recent philosophy with Dr. Snyder and philosophy of God with Dr. Flippen. Liam Kelly and Margaret Stahl were among the history majors, who learned about the Great War with Dr. Kelly. Political science majors included Evelyn McCluskey and Derek Gilday, who studied early Christian social thought with Dr. Brigida. Damian Smith and Connor Lennon are theology majors, who are now experts on angelology and divine providence, thanks to their thesis research with Dr. Whitmore and Dr. O'Donnell. English majors, such as Kaylee O'Neill and Monica Wingard, read short stories with Mrs. Hickson and studied Shakespeare with Dr. Marciano. Alex Dean and Michael Moreno translated Greek and Latin classical literature with the guidance of Dr. Beer, Dr. Strickland, and Dr. Tracy. Finally, the class of 2025's 7 math majors. Jane, Jude, Maggie, Michael, Mo, Juliana, and I discovered isomorphisms with Dr. Daly, and with the help of Dr. Byers, proved that the square root of 2 does in fact exist. In the core curriculum and within our chosen majors, our professors have cultivated our minds to love the truth and reject falsehood. Most importantly, we have come to know Christ. In theology, we learned the truths of our faith. In history, we traced God's hand in human events. In philosophy, we made rational arguments for the existence of God. In English, we grappled with the reality of sin and the necessity of faith in Christ. In political science, we applied Catholic social doctrine. And in mathematics, we observed the beauty and the order which leads us back to a free and intelligent Creator. In so many ways, Christendom has led us to the truth. In John chapter 8, verse 32, Christ said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Our education has truly been liberal. It has freed us from the lies of the world, freed us to know Christ's truth. After we leave Christendom, we must continue in our pursuit of Christ's truth, the truth which will set us free. Throughout these past 4 years, Christendom has also brought us abundant goodness, particularly in our friendships. We can look to dynamic duos such as Mary Rose and Juliana, and Angel and Connor as examples of friendships based on real love, truly willing the good of the other. The time we have spent together at the Commons or in the dorms, talking about everything from our families to our classes to our hopes for the future has been precious. We are so blessed to have been surrounded by 132 men and women with the common goal of striving for holiness. The goodness of these friendships and these relationships has been particularly evident over our senior year. This year, we saw Max Boozer and Jared Plasberg perform in Mystery Dinner Theater, heard Nick Ward's impressions of our professors during Coffee House, watched Lauren Bosak and Andre Morales perform as Cinderella and Prince Charming in the Spring Musical, and cheered on J.P. Sakanikas, Josh Cruz, Michael Townsend, Sean Corcoran, and Andrew Snyder during soccer games. For me personally, my teammates on the soccer and basketball teams have been a source of joy throughout the past 4 years. I am so grateful for the hours I spent on the soccer field with Mary, Georgia, Josie, Colleen, Miranda, Teresa, and Margs, and for my hours at the gym playing basketball with Regina, Miranda, and Bridget. My teammates and I enjoyed the satisfaction of success, but the greater goodness of our friendships will remain with us for years after we hang up our jerseys. Finally, our time at Christendom has been a time of great beauty in the Christ the King Chapel, in our campus, in our travels abroad, and in the beautiful Shenandoah Valley. Mass in our chapel presents us with beauty every day, and the stunning voices of our choir have lifted our hearts to Christ. During every Laudamus Te Holy Hour, we have prayed the litany to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, in which we have asked, "Heart of Jesus, desire of the everlasting hills, have mercy on us." Through our education in truth, goodness, and beauty over the past 4 years, our time here in the Blue Ridge Mountains has brought us closer to Christ, the desire of the everlasting hills. As we go out into the world, the goodness, truth, and beauty which have been so present here at Christendom will be more and more difficult to find. Secularism and even aggressive anti-Christian forces are widespread in our society, and the perpetual stream of negative media can make the future look bleak. However, our liberal education has prepared us to take on this secular world. We must spread the truth, goodness, and beauty which we have experienced here at Christendom in order to restore all things in Christ. When this task seems impossible, we can rely on the foundation built here at Christendom. We can recall the end of Brideshead Revisited. In the face of moral decay and degeneracy, the small red flame of the tabernacle candle will always remain to sustain us. Armed with the truth of our faith, the goodness of our friendships, and the beauty which will save the world, let us go out into the world to spread the good news.